Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, so it appears, according to reports, that Lamont Roach is set to file a lawsuit against Tank Davis for basically reneging and blatantly and shamefully ducking their rematch. Now, keep in mind, it appears they had a rematch clause, and basically Tank is going to fight Jake Paul, in November, almost exactly 1 year from the day that he fought Mike Tyson. Now, they're saying that this fight is on Friday, November 14th instead of the 15th, but that's yet to be determined. We'll see, when Jake Paul's people actually send me, an email, because they always send me emails and stuff. Let me know where the festivities are going to be at and all that kind of stuff. So until I get official notification from them, I'm going to assume it's going to be on the 15th. But nevertheless, I have no problem with Lamont Roach doing this. This is business. I wish some of you dumbasses would stop trying to compare boxing to the streets, because boxing isn't the streets. Okay. At the end of the day, Tank reneged on the deal. He's electing to go fight Jake Paul. And I'm gonna tell you something else. He's not fighting Jake Paul for no 200 million. And see, that's the thing, man. Y'all come up with these absurd numbers. Tank is probably gonna make about 20 million, 30 million at best, but he ain't making no 200 million. They're not gonna be any kind of $200 million to split between Jake Paul and Tank Davis. So please stop with this bullshit. Y'all just reaching and making up stuff because y'all want to justify Tank blatantly ducking a rematch with Lamont Roach because he had a life and death fight with Lamont Roach. No, Lamont Roach isn't being a sore loser. Now, keep in mind, here's the thing. When Oscar De La Hoya pretty much threatened Ryan Garcia with legal action to block him having a exhibition match overseas, nobody called Oscar a punk. Nobody said that was a weak move. But, as I said before, with Devin Haney, it's because of Devin Haney's skin tone. They always want to try to demonize and shame black people for doing anything. At the end of the day, Ryan Garcia cheated. We already know he cheated. Check out the interview I did with Coach Shears. He broke it down, and he basically debunked anything about, oh, you can't get past the committee. I told you the commission sometimes don't even be knowing what to look for, and I already said that. But you have these people that'll sit up here because they want to go, and they basically want to go all out for a guy that they support, and that's just pretty much it. Tank is behaving like a coward. I'm gonna say this before. This is why I know you guys don't really follow boxing. You really don't know your history. You're not really boxing historians. Fighters have sued fighters before. This isn't a new thing. But y'all try to justify this as street temperament when it really ain't. And stop trying to pass Tank off as a street dude. Tank ain't no street dude. Okay. He might have came from the streets, but Tank ain't no street dude. Okay. Is a difference between coming from the streets, being from the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. And coming from the urban city, coming from a tough lifestyle. That's the difference. And I wish people would stop trying to pass Tank off as this dude that had to go sell dope and he was moving weight and all that kind of stuff, because that ain't Tank Davis. Okay. He did come from he did come from a bad environment, but trying to just tie him to being the Nino Brown of Baltimore. Listen, Felicia Pierce is far more street than Tank is or will ever be. She really is from the Baltimore streets. Okay. Hell, I'm damn near willing to put Jess Hilarious and make Monique damn more street than Tank, and Angel Reese over Tank. So, even though Tank, like to wear purses like them, but it is what it is. And don't come with that fake pro black shit neither. Excuse me, don't come with that fake hotep shit. Oh man, how could Lamont Roach do this to another brother? Man, You talking about the same Tank Davis that was capping and capping and caping and cooning for Ryan Garcia cheating against Devin Haney? Like, man, if y'all don't get y'all asses out of here with that bullshit, for real, you got the one tonight. And I'm just calling it how I see it. The weak move is really being conducted by Javante Tank Davis. It's a weak move what he did, and this is what I keep saying. Tank just don't have the confidence that he once had, because this is what happened when you keep getting told that you're the best thing smoking. This is when you have a bunch of yes men around you. You know, this is when you have goofies, media people that you give access to, like, sniffing under you and stuff. This is what happens. So now this is a reflection of what happens when you have yes men, and when you believed the hype train around you. And it happens to a lot of these dudes. They don't prepare you for, basically something happens if you get sidetracked. They don't prepare you for that. They don't prepare you for if you have an off night, because they sit up there telling you, hey, you the best, nobody can beat you. They still are supposed to teach you and tell you to proceed with caution. Take every opponent serious. And like I said before, Lamont Roach didn't follow, he didn't follow the script. And basically it left Tank for a loop, because Tank thought he was going to be able to get him out there. He just thought he would, be the end result like a few past Tank opponents like Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, and, Gamboa. He damn near didn't, he damn near didn't stop Gamboa. So this is just the honest to God truth. I'm not here to pacify Tank. I'm just calling it how I see it. I have no problem with the lawsuit. Tank brought this on himself. So if Tank gonna go make alleged $200 million, well, yeah, Lamont Roach should get a portion of it. And they already confirmed they're not giving Lamont Roach step aside money. So basically, they are in breach of a contract. So there you have it. I feel Lamont Roach. Nah, nigga, you ain't finna just go over there and just fight somebody else, make X amount of money when when I was guaranteed a rematch. You escape with, I guarantee you. Well, then again, I don't guarantee. Who knows? I wonder if Tank had lost, would he be pursuing a rematch? But then again, you question Tank's confidence at this time. And like I said, his fans like to baby him up and pacify him, make excuses for him. They gonna sit up there and say, oh, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Nah, it ain't a no-brainer. Why face Jake Paul now? If you get past Lamont Roach, the Jake Paul fight would have been there regardless. Why not prove yourself, get past Lamont Roach, fight maybe one or two more times, and then take Jake Paul? But no, you just want to crack, you want to cash grab, and that's pretty much it. You want to get up out of here. So there you have it. It's your boy Town. I'll see right through Tank.